It is absolutely insane that there are so many men out there who lose respect for other men the moment those men decide to respect women. Like, best case scenario, they'll treat it like Ryan Gosling, where they're obsessed with him, but then they're like, oh, we don't know why he does that thing. They just kind of ignore it. But all too often, they will become actually cruel to the men who do speak out. And it's because these men, women, they hate women and they hate anyone who stands with women. They want women to feel like no man will ever side with them, like no man will ever help them. And they get frustrated the moment a man breaks that narrative and goes out of his way to be kind and show empathy to a woman. They want to keep the expectations on the floor. Men can be capable of so much kindness and empathy and love, and it is absolutely vile that they are discouraged from showing any of that.
Oh, Queen, that sounded so awesome and empowering. It almost brought a tear to my eye. Unfortunately for you, this gorilla has a better than average female translator, and my success rate at spotting the BS code in woman speak is pretty damn impressive if I do say so myself. Let me translate this for my viewers to better prepare them for the volume of decoding required otherwise. Translator engaged. It is disappointing that the movement of men going their own way has actually grown. I really dislike the fact that more men are calling out the beta imp chumps every time they grovel at a woman's feet. We used to have more soy boy allies that, although we weren't attracted to them, we could control them. Masculinity has made a comeback, but what is even worse is women are getting the equality they asked for across the board. And since we were so used to privilege, it now feels like oppression. All right, fam, let me know in the comments if I missed something.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Before we move on, I want to bring attention to the fact that 79% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
So last week, this guy slid into my DMs on Instagram. I'm honestly not sure how he found me. We did have 2 mutual friends in common, so that could have been it. But anyways, he was like, hey, I saw on your page that it looks like you like to read. I love to read too. I would love to go out to coffee and go to a bookstore soon. If you're interested, let me know. Here's my number. And I realize that to most people, this might not sound that fun. This is my literal dream date, my absolute dream date. I love to read more than anything in the entire world. And there's just something so cute to me about reading a book and like glancing over at each other and flirting. I don't know. I love it. Anyway, so I went to his page. He's really cute, really normal. We have our mutual friends. Everything's looking good. So I was like, I would love to, and texted him. I never heard back. He literally never texted me back. Obviously, it's not a big deal, but I am just like, why even message me in the first place? Why even find me? Go to my page, figure out what I like, then figure out a date idea, message me about it, give me your number only to not respond. I don't know. It seems really, I'm really interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. I want this from both guy and girl perspective because I'm curious what you guys think. So please let me know, and I will update you if I ever hear from him. But yeah, I don't know what happened with this one. Really interesting.
Behold the emotional damage caused by a Chad ghosting on display for the entire internet to see. Ladies, this is so normal for men that 99.9% of guys wouldn't really even give it a second thought. Now, when you are an entitled queen dating on easy mode, the thought of any man daring to ghost you is so shocking, it's cringe video worthy in the woman sphere. Sweetheart, it's not rocket science. The guy did what is expected of him. Researched his mark, he took his shot in the DMs, and of the crispy young tacos that replied, he went with the one he felt he had the best shot with, or he went with the most attractive one. Also, toots, chances are he did the same for all the women he contacted. You aren't special in that regard. I am confident that this young queen is so used to getting dates with the guys she likes, the thought of her being rejected, let alone ghosted, was just unacceptable. I mean, it's like her programming doesn't have an app for handling rejection. I wonder how she will react after she gets those post-wall flat-out no's.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Moving on.
You can't be okay with him not committing to you and then not okay when he acts like a man who is not committed to you. Now here's how it usually works. You are seeing a guy and you're getting to a phase where you want to know where this is going. Are you guys exclusive? Are you official? And he's like, I don't like labels. Let's keep things the way that they are. And you agree and you go along with it, even though that's not what you want. You do want to be official, but you think that maybe I just need to give him more time. Maybe once he sees what a good cook I am. Maybe once he sees what an amazing girlfriend I am. Maybe I just need to do a better job pleading my case and showing him why he must commit to me. Now maybe he stops prioritizing you. He's not texting you as much. He's not as available. Maybe you catch him sliding into other girls' DMs. Maybe you catch him flirting with other girls. And you're really hurt. You're really upset. But you can't really be upset because he is just sticking to the standards of what the relationship is, and it was agreed upon. You knew where his head was at, you knew that he wasn't committed to you, but you're holding him to the standard of a man who is committed. The solution? Stop accepting what you don't want. If you don't want a situationship, then don't settle for that. Your life is not a rom-com. This isn't the one big adversity you need to overcome as a couple, and then he's gonna see the light and realize he's in love with you, and you guys are gonna live happily ever after. You set the standards in your life, so set them high and stick with them. Otherwise, you're gonna keep ending up in situations that are beneath you. Make sure to tap that plus sign, follow me for more relationship advice.
She's going to sink, Captain.
But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
She can't float.
All right, sister, I hear you, and let me just say, this sounds very similar to the don't settle attitude. Resonates with women all over the internet because it's all about setting those standards high and empowerment. Here's the problem. This is very similar to a certain ism that sounds awesome on paper but never works in real life. If we look at modern dating in the age ranges of women in their 40s with this same attitude, you are going to find a large amount of queens asking where are all the good men at as they see a bleak future of loneliness. Let me come at this from a different angle. Okay, let's say you were trying to get someone to invest in a business you are starting. You want them to commit their resources into something you are going to benefit from. But instead of giving an acceptable sales pitch, you start off by laying down your demands and some strict ground rules on the investors as nothing else is acceptable. Well, chances are the investors are going to walk away. It's basically what you women do when you demand upfront a commitment and your no-settle attitudes. Why would a man make a serious commitment or promise of a commitment with a timeline to a woman he just met? The only ones you are going to get are either some desperate beta imp chumps or some divorced guy who doesn't know anything else other than being married. Note, neither one will be the man you want. Damn! Moving on.
This is why he won't commit to you. Men are natural pursuers, so if he isn't pursuing you, you shouldn't be pursuing him. I am all for breaking gender roles, but our brains are innately hardwired this way. You should be in your feminine energy, and he should be in his masculine energy. As a woman, basically all you need to do is just show up and let him pursue you. You need to let him plan dates, drive to you, let him make the effort. And obviously, once you're actually in a relationship, I think things should even out. But before that, no. I think this is why men always seem to come back once you've moved on, because once you stop caring and detach, he can sense that energy shift that you aren't pursuing him anymore, and the roles are then reversed. And this is also why the guys you like never seem to like you, but the guys who like you, you don't end up liking. It's because you're in the wrong energy, even if you don't realize you are. So if he's not planning dates or putting in effort, then he's either not taking you seriously or he's just being an F-boy. Like at the beginning, he should be the one initiating conversations and planning the next date. All you have to do is agree to it. Men are very simple. Like his actions are almost always in direct correlation to what his intentions are.
Actually, sister, if a man doesn't commit to you, it's as simple as he doesn't want to. And let me tell you why men come back when you have moved on. It's not about the energies or the alignments of the stars or any super secret squirrel club explanation. Nope, he just wants to smash. It's that simple. Impossible. And that secret move of letting a man plan everything? Yeah, please give examples of you modern day queens planning something out there. Go ahead, I'll wait. Women don't plan things. Hell, ask a woman what she wants for lunch, and you will almost see the smoke coming out of her ears, as somehow she doesn't seem to have the processing power to decide either cheeseburger or chicken sandwich. Now, she is right when she said his actions are in correlation to his intentions. I give you credit there. That's not the issue. Let me tell my XX chromosome viewers that the issue is F-boys act like F-boys. All of you keep picking them, and then you get surprised when they don't commit. If you want to talk about energies, then just put in the energy that's swipe right on the average guy working at a warehouse, a theme park, or a restaurant. That's called energy of not being the community D food receptacle.
Emotional damage.
If he likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll be confused. Guys aren't like girls, like how we will do or say one thing but mean another. You should never be reading too far into a guy's behavior or words, like going through it with a fine-tooth comb, because you're always going to end up misinterpreting it or seeing what you want to see. Also, men are very competitive by nature, so if he sees you as high value, he's going to want to take you off the market before he potentially loses you to another man. So if he's not committing to you, it's most likely because he's either still searching for other options, or he's still hung up on his ex, or he's just emotionally unavailable for some reason. Nowadays, with social media and dating apps, we have so many options for dating, and everyone gets easily distracted by the next shiny new toy. So if he's not committing to you, it's usually because of the abundance of options, and he still wants to shop around to see if he can find the best deal. So maybe he'll go meet other girls and then realize how amazing you were in comparison and come back. But do you really want to be with someone who wasn't sure about you from the beginning? And it has nothing to do with you or you not being good enough. If he wants to be with you, he will lock it down as fast as possible. And if he likes you, you will always know. You shouldn't have to wait around for him to see how great you are because he's clearly blind then. A man who likes you and wants to date you would never put himself in a position to lose you.
I love the fact that she is literally talking about men who have multiple options on those dating apps. That's basically the top 20% of men. She talks as if all men had a harem of women to pick from. Again, this just proves that the bulk of men are invisible to the bulk of women. Come on, fam. Does anyone actually think she was referring to the average mailman, an average construction worker, or an average sewer maintenance worker? I mean, it's not like those guys are drowning in kitty. No, she is talking about the young, successful banker, or the hot stud club owner, or the young, up-and-coming executive VP. Those guys have the pick of the litter if they worked on themselves to have multiple attraction points for younger women like this one. Also, to my female viewers, how exactly do you think a high-value man in the top 20% is going to view any of you women as high value? Yes, being young and attractive gets you in the door. No doubt about that. But all this talk about energy doesn't mean a damn thing. Notice that in her entire rant, key factors for successful men weren't even mentioned, such as building a deep foundation of trust, being an asset to him, minimizing his stress. Nope, it's all about the catching and moving away to try to get him to chase again. Good luck with that, sweetheart. Make sure you stock up on cat food.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.